Hello everyone. In today's class, we're going to write Maxima program to discuss continuity of a function at a point. So in the previous class, we have discussed limit of a function at a point. In continuation of that, we are doing this topic. See, when will you say a function is continuous at a point A? We say a function f of x is said to be continuous if the following conditions are satisfied. What are they? First, f of x must be defined at a. That means if you give x equal to a, f of a must exist. That means f of a must be finite. And it should not be indeterminate or infinite. F of a must be finite. So that is the first condition, right? And second condition is limit of a function f of x exists at a point a. That means limit as x tends to a, f of x exists. So in the previous class, you discussed how to find the limit of a function. You have to find left-hand limit and right-hand limit, and both must be equal. Then we say limit of the function exists. So second condition is that left-hand limit and right-hand limit exist and both are equal. And the third condition is this limit and f of a must be equal. If these three conditions are holding, then we say f of x is continuous at a point. See what we are doing. Let me draw a picture so that you will come to know. Right? Let me take x-axis. Okay, fine. And let me take y-axis, which is nothing but f of x. Okay, so this is x-axis, this is f of x-axis. Right? And let us assume there is a point A here. Okay, so let me draw here. There is a point A. So this is our point A. Now, what they are saying, f of x is defined at A. That means when you put x equal to A, you have to get just a minute. It will come. If this is your A, okay, so if this is your A, then corresponding to that A, if remember your x-axis varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, left to A, if you give x values left to A, that is left-hand limit. If you give x values right to A from plus infinity to A, that is right-hand limit. X idella kottaga left-hand limit. Ikkadadella kottaga right-hand limit. In the case of limit, we are giving value from plus infinity before A up to A, not A. That is your left-hand limit. Right-hand limit means from plus infinity to after A, not A. A kodutilla. Right? Left-hand limit and right-hand limit. X is less than A, X is greater than A. But not X equal to A. But here, we are giving X equal to A also. That is the difference between limit and continuity. Right? So if you look at the graph of left-hand limit, it will come up to L. Instead of L, I'm writing f of A. That's it. Right? L and f of A are one and the same here. So I've written that one as f of A. That's it. So it will be a graph up to f of A. But it will not go to f of A. Similarly, right-hand limit is a graph which comes near to f of A, not to f of A. So there is a gap here. So that gap is filled by this. Only one point gap is there. That point is f of A, right? So if you give x equal to A, you'll get corresponding to that f of A. So this is the point f of A. Okay. So if you, let me write this. So this is the point f of A. So x-axis value is A. So this is A comma f of A. So within simple bracket. That indicates that x-axis length is A, y-axis length is f of A. So from origin, x-axis length is a, y-axis length is f of a. That is your this point. Now, if you draw the curves, you'll get, see, let me write here. It is, suppose this is left-hand limit curve and right-hand limit curve, that will be here, right? So both will come near to this. So left-hand limit, right-hand limit, and if value of the function at that point also exists, then all three will join together. And at this point, it looks like a continuous point. If you stand on this point and if you look at the graph, then the graph is continuous. So that is what they are saying. First condition, f of a must exist. Next, left-hand limit, right-hand limit, both must exist and both are equal. And the third condition is limit of that must be equal to value of the function. Equal means all three will intersect. That's it. This value are same means they'll intersect. So that point of intersection, at that point, if you see, that's a continuous graph. That's a continuous graph. Then what is meant by discontinuous function? If any one of these fails, suppose f of a does not exist, then it is discontinuous. F of a exists, but limit does not exist, then also it is discontinuous. F of a exists, left-hand limit exists, right-hand limit exists, but left-hand limit is not equal to right-hand limit. That is also discontinuous. F of a exists, limit also exists, but they are not equal. Then also it is discontinuous. These are the different kinds of discontinuity, right? Okay. Now we'll write maxima program to discuss the continuity of the function. So they are given, this is our f of x, and we have to find the continuity at a point -2. So there is a point -2. Okay. So there is a point -2. Okay. There is a point -2. Let me draw here. Okay. So this is the point -2. This is the point -2. And we have to find the continuity at this point. But here, f of x takes three values. One, it is 3 minus x square when x is less than -2. So if this is -2, then there is a graph left to this, right, for x values which are less than -2. And that graph is 3 minus x square. And f of x is 0 if x equal to -2. There is another function, it takes 0 value at x equal to -2. So if you give x equal to -2, you'll get 0. So height is 0 means this point itself. F of x means height, that is 0. So this is the point. This point itself is the graph f of x equal to 0. Next, when x is greater than -2, so for all those values which are right to -2, for them, your graph is 11 minus x square. So you'll get another graph. So let us draw that, right? You'll get another graph. But if they intersect, then it's continuous. Otherwise, it is not. So as usual, we'll check the conditions. Then we'll write the, first we'll solve manually. Then we'll write the maxima program. And also we'll plot the graph. Now, what is your given function? F of x. So if you want to verify the continuity at a point, the conditions are f of a must exist, limit of that function at that point a must exist, and both are equal. Okay. So first, let us find f of a. What is your a here? It is -2. We are discussing the continuity at -2. So let us find out f of a. That means f of -2 first. Here a is -2. So let me find f of -2. That means your x is equal to -2 here. When x equal to -2, what is your f of x? Because there are three choices are there for f of x. Depending on x value, you have to choose them. Here our x is equal to -2. Therefore, when x equal to -2, what is your f of x? 0. Now give x equal to -2. If you give x equal to -2, there is no change in this because it is 0. It's a constant. Any value of x will not affect 0. So f of -2 will be simply 0. We got f of -2. That is 0 is finite. Therefore, f of a exists. Right? First condition is satisfied. Now let us find limit. Limit as x tends to -2 f of x. For that, you know that you have to find left hand limit and right hand limit. Okay. What is your left hand limit? Limit as x tends to -2 minus f of x. This minus indicates what? Your x is less than this number. What is that number? -2. So you have to give all the values left to -2. Then if x is less than -2, what is the corresponding f of x that you need to choose? When x is less than -2, you have to choose 3 minus x square. Right? So your f of x is 3 minus x square. Now, what is the denominator of this? 1. So it is not going to give you infinity and also indeterminate. Therefore, straight away we can apply the limit. Here, your x is -2. If you give x equal to any, if you give any value less than -2, they're all negative. But since x square is there, any negative number will become positive. So obviously this is a positive number. So if you put x equal to -2, -2 whole square is 4, 3 minus 4 is -1. So we got left hand limit. What about right hand limit? Limit as x tends to -2 plus f of x. This plus indicates your x is greater than -2. When x is greater than -2, which function you have to choose? 11 minus x square, right? So while writing the program, remember this is f1x, this is f2x, this is f3x. For left hand limit, you have to consider this f1 of x. For right hand limit, f3 of x, not f2 of x. Okay. Now come back here. F of x is 11 minus x square because x is greater than -2. So let me substitute that. As I said, if your x is greater than -2, because there is a square here and denominator is 1, you are not going to get negative term here, and denominator is 1, therefore you are not going to get infinity as well as indeterminate. So straight away I can apply the limit. If you apply the limit, you will get x as -2 whole square. -2 whole square is 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. So left hand limit exists, right hand limit exists. Right? So limit of the function exists, but they are not equal. Left hand limit exists, right hand limit, they are not equal. Therefore, limit as x tends to -2 f of x does not exist. Right? Left hand limit exists, right hand limit exists, but they are not equal. Therefore, limit as x tends to -2 f of x does not exist. So one of the conditions, second condition has failed. Hence, this function is not continuous because value of the function is 0 and limit does not exist. Right? Let us write maxima program for this. As usual, we start with kill all. Now, what is your a value? -2. Right? Assign the temporary variable a by -2 by using colon sign. A colon -2 . Since there are 3 values are there for f of x, let me call this one as f of x, f2 of x, f3 of x. So what is your f1 of x? Because it's a function, you have to use colon with equal sign, functional assignment operator. 3 minus x square, x cap 2. I don't want to display this, so I'll put a dollar sign. Okay. Now, what is your f2 of x? Colon with equal sign, 0. That is your second function. In the third one, f3 of x, colon with equal sign, 11 minus x cap 2 $. I don't want to display this, that's why I've written this. So we are called f1, f2, f3. f2 of x when x equal to -2. f3 of x when x is greater than -2. Right? we have assigned the variable a and the function. Now let us find out f of a, right? So I'm storing that value f of a in fa. So that's why I called fa, and I'm assigning that one by using assignment operator colon. See, this is not fa because there is no f here. So if you want fa, which one you have to assign? Yes, here a is -2. So your x equal to -2 means which function you have to consider? Yes, it is f2 of x. So this should be f2 of a, not f of a, f2 of a. If you write f2 of a, your f2 of x will be evaluated for value a. What is your value of a? -2. So you will get f2 of -2. What is f2 of -2? 0. So that 0 will be stored. You can write this one like this also. See, instead of writing this, you can write like this. FA is, right? This is not correct. Okay. So instead of this, you can write FA is F2 of A. Okay. Or you can also write FA is evaluate F2 of X for variable X with the value A. You can write like this also. That also gives you same value, right? You're going to evaluate this function for X at A. You can write this or this. There is no change in the answer. So you'll get f of A. Okay. After that, we need to find the limit. So let's find out limit. For finding limit, you have to find left-hand limit. So LHL will come. What is your LHL? LHL is limit of, remember in the case of left-hand limit, your x is less than -2. When x is less than -2, what is your function? 3 minus x square. But that 3 minus x square is stored in f1 of x. So LHL colon, I'm assigning LHL by the value limit of f1 of x, comma, variable x, comma, a, comma, minus. Minus indicates x, semicolon. Then right-hand limit is given by right-hand limit assigned by colon. It's a temporary variable RHL. You can give any name for these. Limit of, in the case of right-hand limit, your x is greater than -2. When x is greater than -2, it is 11 minus x square, your f of x. But that has been stored in f3 of x. So I have to take f3 of x, comma, x, comma, a, plus with semicolon. These things should come in simple bracket. Limit of. This gives you left-hand limit. This gives you right-hand limit. Now we'll verify the condition. Condition for continuity in total. If LHL equal to RHL, that gives you limit of a function. Okay. So if these two are equal, then limit exists. That limit is equal to value of LHL or RHL. Because they are same, you can write any one of them. So if they are equal, and third condition says what? That limit should be equal to f of a. So because these two are equal, and that is your limit value. So this is nothing but limit as extends to a f of x. LHL is nothing but limit as extends to a f of x. They are one and the same now. If these two are equal, and LHL is equal to f of a, that is your third condition of continuity. And remember, your limit cannot be infinity. So, and LHL is not equal to infinity. And LHL can, limit cannot be indeterminate. So LHL not equal to indeterminate. Because these two are equal, you can write any one of them, LHL or RHL, doesn't matter. So this is the required condition for continuity. If LHL equal to RHL and LHL is equal to FA, we have stored f of a in FA, remember. And LHL is not equal to infinity and LHL is not equal to indeterminate, then print within simple bracket, within double apostrophe, write given function is continuous at x equal to. If you write this, this will be printed as it is till here. Then after this double apostrophe, put a comma. After this double apostrophe, not within that, comma, a. So here, after executing this, given function is, it will display given function is continuous at x equal to. Then it executes a. A is what? -2. So -2 will come. So you will get given function is continuous at x equal to -2. That will be your output. So if this is true, if this continuity condition is true, then it prints this. Suppose if any one of them fails, because and is there, and means compulsory condition, right? So if any one of them fails, then it executes this, else print within double apostrophe given function is discontinuous at x equal to, comma, a. This will be displayed if any one of them fails. So in this case, it displays given function is discontinuous at x equal to -2. So this gives you the continuity of a function at a point. Now let us draw the graph. We have to draw the graph f of x in the interval -4 to +4. That means you are giving x. Okay, let me take this graph. Okay, so let me take the graph. What they're saying, you take this point. This is your -4, and let me take this point. Right? So this is -4, and this is +4. So there are two graphs are there. Three graphs are there now. One -4 to -2. That is your left-hand limit graph. That is f1 of x. And the second graph is this graph, f2 of x, which is nothing but f of a. Which is nothing but what? F of a. And the third graph is this from -2 to 4. That is your f3 of x. Okay, let's draw this one. As usual, for this you need to load one package, that is load draw, then wx draw 2d. Within this simple bracket, you have to write everything within this simple bracket. Okay, what is there? X range closed square bracket -4 to 4, comma, y range we have assumed this one as -15 to +15, comma, explicit. Now we'll write left-hand limit graph, that is f1 of x, comma, x, comma, -4, comma, -2. Within simple bracket, you have to write everything. Explicit of this, then comma. This gives you left-hand limit graph. Then value of the function at x equal to -2. So that will be given by explicit of fa, because you're going to get only one point there, isn't it? So fa, comma, x, comma, x varies from where to where? Yeah, it is -2 only. Only this point we are giving, right? So -2, comma, -2. fa, comma, x varies from -2 to -2. So that means x equal to -2. That is the only point. Close the bracket, comma, explicit right-hand limit graph, that is f within simple bracket f3 of x, comma, x varies from, comma, -2, comma, 4. So this graph will be from -2 to 4, comma, after this, comma. See, I just want to highlight this point. I want a point at f of a. I want a point at f of a. You'll get left-hand limit graph, right-hand limit graph, and I want to get a point at x equal to a. So for that, I am doing this. What is that? Point underscore size. So the size of that point, f of a point, point underscore size equal to 2. I had given 2 unit of size, comma, point underscore type. Which type you want, right? I'm giving that one as equal to filled underscore circle. So that gives you circle which is completely filled. So that circle will be of unit to 2 size. Where you want points, comma, you have to use command points within simple bracket. The first one is for range for x-axis. You will get plenty of points if you write different length, right? We want point at -2. And what is the height? What is your f of a? If this is x equal to a, height is f of a, isn't it? What is your f of a? We have found f of a as 0, right? So this is your y-axis. What is your x-axis? -2. So points within square bracket x range. X range is from -2, -2. What is your this one? Y-axis. That is f of a. F of a value is 0, 0, 0. So at that point we want a point. So first one is x range, second one is y range. We want point, only one point, not many points. That's why x range is at this is a, a. This is f of a, f of a. A is -2, -2. F of a is 0, 0. Okay. If you write this, then you'll get a graph. So this is how you have to write Maxima program to verify the continuity of a function. All right, let's move on to next example. Write a Maxima program to discuss the continuity of the function f of x equal to x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3 at x equal to 3. Also solve manually and plot the graph of f of x in this interval. Here there is only one value for f of x, and they are finding at x equal to 3. That means for left hand limit also same function, for right hand limit also same function, for finding f of a also same function. X greater than 3 same function, x equal to 3 same function, x less than 3 also same function. All right, now let us find out f of a. Before entering into this, see what is your a? 3. If you give 3 here, 3 square minus 9, 3 minus 3. 3 square is 9. 9 minus 9, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 0 by 0 is indeterminate. So you'll get indeterminate if you apply straight away. That's why first let us simplify this. Right? It's a rational fraction. So let us simplify this. How? This is of the form x square minus 3 square divided by x minus 3. A square minus b square form. A square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. So x minus 3 cancel. Simply you will get f x plus 3. So instead of writing this, I can simply write f of x as x plus 3. So what is your f of x? X plus 3. It is simplified now. Now let us find out f of a. What is your a here? 3. So f of 3. Let us find out what is your f of x? X plus 3. Therefore, put x equal to 3. You'll get 3 plus 3, which is 6. So we got f of a, which is finite. So first condition is satisfied. First condition of continuity is satisfied. Now let us find limit. Limit as extends to 3 f of x. So first, let us find out LHL, that is left hand limit. Limit as extends to 3 minus f of x. That means we have to give all the values for x less than 3. Right? Since all the values which we are giving here is less than 3, right? So your x plus 3, if here denominator is 1, denominator is 1. So you are not going to get infinity as well as indeterminate. Now if you give any value less than minus 3 here, if you give x equal to minus 3, for example, minus 3 plus 3 will be 0. So height will be 0. Okay, so you are having a graph this. Let me draw the graph so that you will understand this one very easily. This is the point 3. and your range is from -1 to 5. So let me draw -1 to 5. Let me take this as 5. So your range is -1 to 5. Okay. Now your range is -1 to 5, isn't it? So if you give x equal to -1, what happens? -1 plus 3 will be 2. So height will be this. If you give x equal to 0, you'll get 0 plus 3, which is 3. If you give x equal to 1, you'll get 4. You'll get, if x equal to 2, you'll get 5. You'll get a straight line like this, right? But it is tending towards where? It is tending to 6, right? When x equal to 3, you'll get 3 plus 3, which is 6. So your f of x from left side, it is coming to 6. So if you apply the limit, 3 plus 3 will be equal to 6. So your left hand limit is coming to 6. You'll get a straight line like this. It is coming to 6. Fine, we got left hand limit. What about right hand limit? In the case of right hand limit as extends to 3 plus, this is not minus, plus f of x, and x should be greater than 3, not less than 3. This is wrong. Okay. Sorry. This is wrong. So here it should be x greater than 3. If x is greater than 3, for that also same function we are having. So your f of x is x plus 3. So you are going to give all the values greater than 3. And since the interval is from this, you can give from plus infinity, but I'm taking only from 5. So if you give 5, you'll get 5 plus 3, which is 8. Then 4, if you give 4, you'll get 7. If you give 3, you'll get 6. But we are not going to give 3. Before 3, we have to stop. So you'll get a straight line out like this. Okay. So you got left hand limit and right hand limit. And both are equal. Both are equal. Therefore, limit of the function exists. And what is the value of the function at 3? At 3, it is 6. So if you join this, yes. Now see, it is a continuous function at 3. Okay. So limit of the function exists and it is equal to f of 3. Therefore, this function is continuous at x equal to 3. Write a maximum program. Since there is only one function, I'm giving f of x. Kill all, a value is 3. F of x is x square minus 3 divided by x minus 3. X cap 2 minus 3 divided by x minus 3. You have to write everything, numerator within bracket, denominator within bracket, because there are more than one term as there. And what we did after writing f of x and a, we have simplified this. So for that, I'm calling that one as h colon rat simp. That means rational simplification of f of x. Rat simp of f of x. So this stores the value and this gives you value x plus 3. This simplification takes place and it will be stored in h. I've displayed that one. Next, we have to find f of a. So that is fa colon. Remember, if you put a here, it gives you indeterminate. So we have to substitute that one in simplified answer. So where it has been stored, it's been stored in h. So evaluate h comma x colon a. Colon a you have to use. That means your x will be a. For that value, this will be evaluated. And that is your fa. What is your LHL? You have taken x plus 3. That is your f of x. Simplified answer in both the case. So that answer has been stored in h. So that's why I'm giving limit h comma x comma a minus limit h comma x comma a plus, and as usual the same condition. As usual, graph x range is from -1 to 5, y range is from 4 to 8, explicit. Now I'm taking f of x itself, right, comma x comma -1 comma 3. That is your left hand limit graph, and this is the point at 3. This point will, if you want to display this point, your x-axis is 3, y-axis is 6. That is your f of a, isn't it? Okay, so I'm giving x range 3 to 3, y axis 6 to 6. That's it. I'll display that one. Now, fa x comma 3 comma 3 explicit f of x right hand limit ranging from 3 to 5. Point size, point type, everything is same. Point, yeah, I want a point at 3 comma 3 x axis, y axis 6 comma 6. So this point range for this is 3 comma 3 x axis 3 3 to 3, y axis 6 to 6. Okay, so that point will come. So that is how we have to write the program. Now let's see another example. Write a maxima program to discuss the continuity of the function f of x equal to two values, e to the power of 1 by x minus 2 when x is not equal to 2 and 0 when x equal to 2 at x equal to 2. See, they had given two values. This is x not equal to 2. X not equal to 2 means what? Either x is less than 2 or x is greater than 2. That is what the meaning. When x equal to 2, it is 0. So if x is less than 2, then you have to take this. If x is greater than 2, then also you have to take this. If x equal to 2, then you have to take this. As usual, we are finding f of a. F of a means here a is 2. So f of 2 we need. But x equal to 2 means what is your f of x? 0. Put x equal to 2. X doesn't make any changes in this because it is simply a constant function. So your f of 2 is 0. You got f of a. Now let us find left hand limit. Left hand limit means x is less than 2. So if x is less than 2, then you note that x is less than 2 means x is not equal to 2. Therefore, your f of x is this. Apply this. But here you should note, you are giving value for x less than 2. If x is less than 2, then this will be a number less than 2. So a number less than 2, and remember less than 2 means you are going to give 1 point at the most 1.999, infinitely many times 9, and the end 9. But that value is less than 2. So the difference of these two will be a negative number. 1 by 0 will be a infinity. So this is minus infinity. This is going towards minus infinity. So e to the power of minus infinity will come. That gives you 0 in the case of left hand side, right? Now here it should be greater than 2, not less than 2, and this should be extends to 2 plus. RHL is extends to 2 plus greater than 2 f of x equal to same function you have to take because it is greater than 2 for less than as well as greater than same function. Now your x is more than 2. If x is more than 2, then this number x minus 2 will be positive because this is more than 2. More than 2 minus 2 means positive. So 1 by, and anyhow it is going towards 0. So this gives you 1 by 0, which is infinity. So e to the power of infinity will be, this is going towards e to the power of infinity. E to the power of infinity is infinity. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. Therefore, limit does not exist. Hence, it is not continuous. You write the same program. Only thing you are having two functions here. One is f1 of x, and you know how to give e, percentage e cap within simple bracket 1 divided by denominator 1 x minus 2 within simple bracket, and f2 of x is 0. Find out fa. Fa is f2 of 2. And for limit, left hand and right hand limit, you have to consider f1 itself. And check the continuity conditions. Write the graph. Same thing. Your a is 2. So 2 comma 2. F of a is 0. So 0 comma 0. That's it. So this is how you have to write the maxima program. And they had given one more example. I mean, we are going to see one more example. F of x equal to sine 1 by x when x is not equal to 0, 0 when x equal to 0. So that means x less than 0, x greater than 0 means you have to take this function. If x equal to 0, this is 0. So you'll get f of 0. At 0 only you have to find. So f of 0 is 0. Right? So a is also 0. F of a is also 0. Left hand limit. If you apply that, you'll get this. So this is sine 1 by x. Since you are giving x values less than 0, that means you are going to give only negative numbers for this. For any negative number, this will be a minus infinity, right? It is going towards minus infinity. 1 by x is going towards minus infinity. So sine of minus infinity, you'll get minus sine infinity, which is a finite value, but you cannot take this because it is indeterminate. It's not possible to determine. So it's indeterminate. RHL, x greater than 0. So sine of 1 by x. Obviously, when this is positive, this is going towards plus infinity. So sine of plus infinity. It's a finite value because we know that sine lies in between minus 1 and plus 1. Maximum value for any angle for sine of any angle gives you maximum plus 1, minimum minus 1. So it will not go beyond that. That is the range of sine graph. So sine of any angle is lying between minus 1 and plus 1. But here it's not possible to determine. So they are indeterminates. Therefore, limit does not exist. Hence, it is not continuous. As usual, same thing. Your a is 0, 0. F of a is 0, 0. That's it. You draw the graph, you'll get. I've given some exercise. You see them. Now we'll solve these and execute maximum program. As usual, as we know, we start with kilol. Okay, kilol. And in the first example, what was your a? It is minus 2. Right? Okay, a is minus 2. And there are 3 values for f of x. So let me write them as f1 of x. First, it is 3 minus x square. So x cap 2. Second one, 0. 0. And third one, 11 minus x cap 2. Okay, so we have written a and f of x. f1 of x, f2 of x, f3 of x. All 3 together is your f of x. I've called a and f of x. Now let us find out value of the function fa. So you can write evaluate. And see here your a is equal to minus 2. That means x equal to minus 2. When x equal to minus 2, you have to take f2 of x. So f2 of x at x equal to a. You can write like this also. Otherwise, simply you can write f2 of x, f2 of a. f2 of a. So it takes x equal to a for this function and it solves. When x equal to a, that is minus 2, f2 of minus 2 is 0. So that gives you 0. Okay. Now let us find out left hand limit. That is limit of, in left hand limit, your x is less than a, that is x is less than minus 2. If x is less than minus 2, you have to take f1 of x. So f1 of x, comma x, a minus. That means your x is less than a. RHL. What is your RHL? Limit of, here your x is greater than a, that is greater than minus 2. For that you have to take f3 of x. f3 of x, x a plus. Okay. Now you have to verify whether left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. If it is equal, then limit exists. If it is equal, and then you have to check the continuity condition. And LHL equal to FA, this value. If they are equal, further you need to verify whether your LHL is equal to infinity or not. LHL is not equal to infinity, and LHL should not be equal to indeterminate. Then you have to print given function is continuous at x equal to, after this double apostrophe, put a comma a. A will be called from this, right? If this is not true, if this condition, if any one of them fails, because I have put and, all are compulsory. If any one of them fails, else print, I'll take this itself. Else print given function is discontinuous at x equal to a, and stop the loop. Right? I'll execute this and I'll show it to you. This works. See, left hand limit. This is value of the function, that is f of a. Left hand limit -1, right hand limit 7, and they are not equal. Therefore, function is discontinuous. While writing the program, you have to write piecewise like this only. First, find whether it is continuous or discontinuous. Then, after writing this, you draw the graph. Right? Load, draw, wx, draw 2D. Within simple bracket, you have to write everything. What is that? First, you need to write x range. X range equal to that given from -5 to +5. Okay, comma y range equal to how much we had given. Y range is from where to where? Say 2 to 10. Right? Okay. Then we have to write left hand limit, the graph of left hand limit, that is explicit. Within simple bracket, you have to write explicit. What was your left hand limit graph? It is f1 of x. Where to where you have to write x from -5 to -2. -5 to -2. -5 to a -2. Then you have to write value of the function graph at that point, explicit, that we have called as FA. Okay, let me write in the next line. Explicit FA, x value from -2 to -2. At that point, A at A. Next, right hand limit graph, explicit F3 of x, x ranging from, so we are written graph from -5 to -2, -2 to -2, now -2 to +5. So -2 to +5. This gives you right hand graph. And I want a point at A. So point size, point_size equal to, at given 2, point type, which type you want, filled underscore circle. I can write this one also in the next line. Right? Filled circle, comma, where you want points. You have to write points, not point. First x range, let me write, comma, then you have to write y range. So where you want a point at A. A is what? -2, comma, -2. And what is your f of A? Your f of A is 0, 0. Right? So after writing this, now you execute this. See? This is your graph. But let us see where we are having, okay, they are given range as what? Range as what? The first graph, they had given range The first example, what was our range? Is -4 to 4. Sorry, it is from -4 to 4. Okay, okay, -4 to +4, -4 to +4, and y-axis range -15 to +15. Sorry, so it is -15 to +15. So that you will get a nice graph within this range. So -4 to -2. Let us see whether we are going to get the graph within that range. Okay, fine. So this gives you a nice representation of the graph. See, this is -4 to -2 left hand limit. Okay, left hand graph. This is the function in the right hand side, -2 to 4, and this is the point. See, -2 to -2, 0, 0. Y-axis length is 0. Okay, x-axis length is -2. So this is the point. So this is the required graph. Okay. See, straight away we can see left hand limit is this, right hand limit is this. Therefore, it is discontinuous. Okay. So this is how you have to write the program for finding the or to discuss the continuity of a function. Let us see one more example. Let us write a program for next one. Okay, so what was your a in the next example? It is 3. And since there is only one function, let me call that one as f of x. What was your f of x? Numerator x cap 2, 3, sorry, x cap 2 minus 9 divided by, within simple bracket, you have to write denominator also, x minus 3. And you have to rational simplify this. H is a rad simp of, within bracket, f of x. Right? Then what is your FA? You cannot write f of a. It will become indeterminate. Right? So you have to write evaluate h for x at a. That will be this. Then limit, as usual, once after rational simplification, you take h only. So this is your h. And range they are given from -1 to 5. -1 to 5. The remaining things are same. Okay. And y range is from 4 to 8. Y range is from 4 to 8. And left hand limit graph, there is no f1 of x, f of x, and it is from -1 to 3, because at 3 we are finding the limit. And FA is 3 to 3, because at that point we are finding the limit. And right hand limit, f of x itself, from 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Okay. So everything is same. You can change the size if you want more, if you want bigger point. And at which point we are drawing the point at a. What is your a? 3. F of a value is 6. We know that. So at 6, 6. Let's see what we are going to get. See, this is your h. That is what we got while solving manually. Simplified answer. This is f of a. That is also 6. This is left hand limit. This is right hand limit. All are equal. Therefore, f of x is continuous. See, this is the graph. Left side graph, right side graph, and at x equal to 3. So this is how you can write the maxima program for verifying the continuity of a function at a point. Thank you.